Morning everyone. In this video we're going to talk about part 3 of paragraph 7.3 and it has to do with the product sum method again, but now I'm basically going to try and give you an overview of 3 different kinds of quadratic things which you should be able to factorize now. So we're not going to learn anything new with the product sum method today. That will be for next week. So that means that this week we're only spending time on paragraph 7.3, so since we're spending a whole week on one paragraph, it's really important. Keep that in mind, because if you do get this, then you will probably have no further problems with chapter 7. So which 3 types are there? So the first one, I'm going to call them type 1, 2 and 3 for this video, is basically just the normal product sum method. So for example, when I have x, I'm going to write it down in a different way just to be clear. If we have basically all 3 things of a quadratic equation, so we have a square, something with x and something with c. If we have something like this, we can use the product sum method. And after using the product sum method, you have x plus or minus something, and x plus minus something. Keep in mind these pluses can also be minuses. Since you usually like to work with numbers, I'll give you one example with numbers. For example, you have x squared plus 18x plus 80. You're looking for 2 numbers that if you multiply them, they'll give you 80, and if you add them, you'll get 18. So which 2 numbers are we looking for? That's 10 and 8, because 10 times 8 is 80, and 10 plus 8 is 18. So let's use the skin color as well. Keep in mind that 10 times 8 is 80, and if we add those numbers, we'll get 18. So those are the 2 correct numbers, which means we get x plus 8 and x plus 10. That's the product sum method. That's basically type 1. Okay, let's go to type 2, which we actually saw in the start of this chapter. And this one is a little easier. It's basically this thing, but then with c equals 0. And if c equals 0, it means we don't have it, which means we have ax squared plus bx. So we have a square and something with x. And when you have something like this, you're trying to find common factors. Which means that you usually have one pair of brackets and then something with x in front and something with x in between the brackets. This looks a little vague, so I want to give you an example as well. So for example, if we have 3x squared plus 12x, well, we can divide both of these things by 3, and we can divide both of these things with x. So I'll write down 3x, then I'll open up my brackets. To get 3x squared, we have to multiply 3x with just x. And then if we want to get 12x, we have to multiply 3x with 4. Okay, that's type 2. And this is basically paragraph 7.2. Let's add that. Maybe find that helpful. Paragraph 7.2, part 1, 2. Then there's type 3. And it's actually the least common one, but you have seen it before. It's when you have, for example, 49x squared minus 64. If you have something like this, you're basically trying to take the square root of both things. So the square root of 49x is 7x. And the square root of 64 is 8. Not minus 64, because remember, negative numbers do not have a square root. In the real numbers at least. So then we have these two brackets. So this was paragraph 7.2, part 3. So these are the three types you'll encounter. For some reason I didn't write down a general form for this. A general form could have been like ax squared minus b squared. Even better if we write it down like this, a squared minus b squared, because these things need to be squares if you want to use this method. This is like an overview of everything so far in this chapter, and if you do get this overview, then you will probably have no problems in paragraph 7.4 as well. So hopefully you got this, and if not, please ask questions.